Hi everybody, Laura here for Simon Says Stamp. Thank you so much for joining me today. I've got a fun baking themed project to share with you featuring the Gingerbread House Fun die set. These are little dies that kind of have the baking theme going on. You got the bowl, the piping bag, the mixing spoon, and a gingerbread house. And I'm just going to die cut a bunch of them in fun and festive colors and then see what we're gonna do. Okay, so I'm gonna, first thing first, red bowl. You got to make a red bowl. And then now doing the gingerbread house, some of these scraps of cardstock, I'm not sure. I know that brown is milk chocolate by Altenew, and I believe that red is poppy by Concord 9th, and the white is probably hammermill. But I'm gonna be using a lot of solid color cardstock and little scraps out of my drawer, so it makes a bowl and a little mug, and you can do a two-tone bowl. So I'm going to do the inside of the bowl a lighter shade, and then we're going to and then you've got this cute little wooden mixing spoon, and then a white piping bag and some white whipped cream for your hot chocolate, and then some white snowy peaks on your gingerbread house. And then I'm going to die cut more. So for the inside of the bowl, I did a light, I think that's grapefruit cardstock by Concord 9th. Here's some pink, not sure. I'll just have an assortment listed, an assortment of Simon Says Stamp, assortment of Concord 9th. I'll link that milk chocolate by Altenew, and after that, it's just, if you're like me, you have scraps. You got the scraps, and this is a fun way to use them. I love the bowl. The bowl is probably my favorite thing. Have you ever heard of, there's a brand of bowls. My mom actually gave me two of hers. They're called Mason Cash, and they're fancy. I think they're made in England or something, and they're the most beautiful mixing bowls, like pottery, and I love them so much, and they come in a lot of fun colors. And so that's kind of my inspiration here for these bowls and mugs. Speaking of a fancy drink, today my daughter and I, we went to Starbucks. And let me tell you, I'm not a coffee lover. I don't even drink coffee. But that my family has tried endlessly to get me on the coffee train. And for whatever reason, it just kind of tastes like dirt to me. But I think I found the gateway. I think I found the gateway drug. She took me to Starbucks and she got me a pecan. Oh, by the way, for the inside of the little tip of the piping bag, I'm using some matte champagne. I was looking for silver, couldn't find a scrap of silver. I have a lot of gold, but I just feel like the piping bag tip is kind of like a silver. Well, we went with champagne, and it works. Or you could do like a light gray. Anywho, what did I have at Starbucks? A pecan maple. Pecan crunch. I don't even know. I'm gonna have to look it up what I had. But she customized it for me. She said only one pump of the syrup, so it's not sick. I don't like sickening sweet drinks, and I don't know what she did. Like maybe a little bit less espresso, if that's possible. And I liked it. It was kind of like a not so sweet hot chocolate, but instead of hot chocolate, it kind of had a pecan flavoring. And now she wants me to try the pumpkin spice latte, but just like get it less on the syrup and maybe a little less on the espresso. And I don't know, maybe I found my way. She's like, if you keep drinking this, Mom, then pretty soon you'll go full espresso, but still maybe always a little bit less on the syrup because you don't like it too sweet. But I don't know. Here's the thing. I'm not a big spend $5 on a coffee type of gal. If I'm going to spend $5, I'm going to get, I don't even know what I'm going to get for $5, but anywho, as far as beverages go, I'm a very boring person. I like water. I drink a lot of water, and I love a good Coke, but I try not to drink it so often. Like on Friday, if we get pizza, I'll have a Coke. But I try to refrain, even though, honestly, I love it. I could have one every day, but I don't, okay? But I want to. I'm not a coffee lover, but maybe I found my way. I don't know. While I was blabbing away, I glued all the pieces together, and I'm kind of creating a layout here. I'm using that grid on my mat to just like willy-nilly place all these and make a composition where they're, and I couldn't find my press and seal. I wanted to press down the press and seal and hold this arrangement together. But gosh darn it, I've ran out of press and seal. Can you believe it? I gotta go buy another roll. Anywho, I've got a card base here, an A2 card base made out of buttercream cardstock by Simon Says Stamp. And I went ahead and laid out this arrangement again. It's never going to be the same way twice. And you really can't go wrong. You can't mess it up. You know, when you have an arrangement like this and you just fill the gaps and just alternate your angles, and you could definitely pop these up with the 3D foam squares, but I decided just to glue everything down. I'm using my trusty Pawsitively Perfect Craft Glue Mini, and I gotta tell you something, I've almost used up 2 bottles. Can you believe it? I think I probably need to go to the larger size, but I just really like the mini. Okay. Also, these Simon Says Stamp reverse tweezers are such a handy dandy tool for precise placement. Okay, once I got that all glued down, I'm going to flip it over and snip off the little excess pieces hanging off the edge. I'm using these Spellbinders shears. They get a great cut. A lot of times I like to use my guillotine trimmer. Scissors will do. And then once you get that all cleaned up, now you got to think about sentiment. You could go a lot of ways. I decided to do by the way, Frank made an appearance. Frank, our cat. He is a piece of work, that cat. Anywho, I chose to use the Happy, this is by Kathy Zilski, the CZ Happy Combos for the Happy Word Die. And then I'm going to use the Happy Combos stamp set to emboss a couple of sub-sentiments. So it's going to be sending you happy wishes. I think that's what it is. And I'm embossing this in white onto some dark chocolate cardstock. So I used the powder tool to prep it, Versamark ink, and Simon Says Stamp white embossing powder. If I forgot to mention a tool or a supply, everything that I use will be listed in the description box if you're watching this on YouTube, and then I'm heating this with the heat gun. Now what I love is for that little scripty wishes, there is a coordinating die. So you bet your bottom dollar I'm going to use it. I'm going to hold it down with a little strip of Post-it tape, and I've got my mini Anna Griffin Impress die cutting machine. And then here's the little mini guillotine that I'm going to cut out the sending you and try to get that a nice straight little thin sentiment strip. And I'm going to pop these sentiments up in the middle of our card. So here's the thing about this card. It's baking, but it's got the gingerbread, so you know it's kind of holiday, but it's not like slap you across the face holiday. So this could be a fun way to do a birthday, like a birthday that's at the holiday time, or a thank you for a holiday gift. It's like holiday, but it doesn't have to be a Merry Christmas card. That's why I went with Happy Combos. So I used those 3D foam squares to pop up the Happy. By the way, for the Happy, I did the shadow backer out of Poppy and the Happy Word Die out of Grapefruit. Those are both Concord 9th cardstock. And then the sub-sentiments, that is some sort of dark chocolate brown cardstock, and I use Simon Says Stamp white embossing powder. Pop those up, and then now for a little extra greenery. The Ho Ho Holiday Greens. I've used these little sprigs a ton so far, and I just love to add a little sprig. So I'm going to use these 2 little leaves here and use a mixture of green cardstock. So this is kind of a grass green here, and then the other one I'm going to go with a dark evergreen, kind of a pine color. Take those off camera and die cut. And I did 2 of those each. So I have a little sprig up in the right hand corner and a little sprig down at the bottom. And then here's a little trickaroo. When you got too long of a sprig, it's just too big. Well, then you can just trim it down. And that's what I'm going to do here. I take my little scissors and just cut it in half for a mini sprig. And then I'll cut that lighter green one down as well. And then just nestle those in behind the Happy, and it kind of gives it just a little fresh, festive foliage, if you will. Little Pawsitively Perfect craft glue Tuck those two at the top and tuck these two down on the bottom left. And then you could be finished if you want, but I mean, if you're gonna go all this way, you might as well embellish. So these are the Starbright embellishment mix. And I'm putting a few of these in some open spaces. Could it be overkill? It's controversial. But hey, can you go wrong with bling during the holidays? I think not. So using the place and pierce or place and score embellishment wand and the glue, and this card is finished, sending you happy wishes, happy baking wishes. You could do a sweet, like, have a sweet holiday. That would be a fun sentiment as well for this type of card. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.
Hi there, I'm Heidi, Simon's mama and founder at simonsaysstamp.com. Thank you so much for watching our video. If you like what you just saw, be sure to press the thumbs up and subscribe to see more great content.